Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Citroen DS3. Then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. This is a Citroen DS3 1.2 PureTech performance line. It's a 3-door 1199cc 2017 on a 17 plate, one lady owner, and it's got a fantastic specification. It's done 17,572 miles. The fuel economy, urban is 52.3 miles per gallon, extra urban 70.6 miles per gallon, and combined is 62.3 miles per gallon. Has a top speed of 127 miles per hour out of 128 brake horsepower, 3-cylinder 12-valve engine. It's an absolutely beautiful car. We get some really good spec cars in. I've been sat on the forecourt for about half an hour trying to learn how to do stuff on this. Basically, you've got an app for your phone, which I'll show you. It's got Apple CarPlay, sat-nav. It's got absolutely everything. It's a real comfortable car. It's a real stylish car. It's possibly as much a fashion accessory as it is a car too, but I'll just show you around it. So it's got instead of the Citroen badge at the front, it's got the DS. We've got front parking sensors in this grille here. Piano black multi-spoke alloy wheels. Again, you've got the DS Performance badge on the side there. The DS Performance stripes on the mirror, on the black mirror, black roof. You've got the chrome insert on the door, sill protectors and kind of side skirts, or just make it a little bit lower, appear to be a little bit lower. The almost black rear privacy glass. Integrated rear spoiler again with these DS Performance stripes on, the DS badge on the back. And in the same way as I still called Insignias Vectras and Vectras Cavaliers, it's a Citroen in my book anyway. So if I refer to it as a Citroen and not the DS, you know what it's about. So electric boot release, rear load cover, nice deep boot, plenty of luggage space, split folding rear seats there, and again, couple of nice touches, the DS3 badge and the DS badge in chrome, and also just above your rear number plate a little chrome strip there, reversing sensors right at the edge of the lip of the rear spoiler, and twin exhaust ports. I'm going to slide this seat right forward because I've got a feeling I might struggle otherwise. My head's touching the roof. It'd be fine for kids. I'm going to put the headrest up there, and no, actually that's all right. So long as the driver's seat was a bit forward, I'd be okay. Seats don't feel like they've ever been sat in. They don't look like they've ever been sat in. It's mint. It's got the DS overmats there, and it's really lovely, comfortable material too. Nice car. I've got grab handles in the back. Also got the Isofix rear child seat anchor points just here and labelled so you can see them nice and clear. I'll just take you for a ride in it. Two proper keys for this Citroen, and best car park weapon ever, a key with a blade, which I like to see, especially on a car like this, which is without wishing to get into trouble, I would imagine it mostly suitable to young ladies, although great car for anybody. It's when I got in the car before at the garage, I switched it on and some music came on which I didn't particularly like, and I went for the off switch quickly. Unfortunately, After I'd tried to turn this air freshener off, I was flummoxed. I didn't know where to go. Anyway, there's an audio control on the steering wheel here on this side, and we've also got here, which again wasn't immediately obvious, and some of the controls for the audio system are down here too. You've got the volume control there, and you've also got your menu, which brings up the proper display, proper menu, and there you go, navigation. So I'll show you how to set the sat nav later. It's also got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming, and if that's not enough to try and learn, then I noticed it had Apple CarPlay. Not one to read the instructions. I looked all over the dashboard, couldn't find it, and I did notice down here there's two what look to be 12-volt sockets, but the top one's a 12-volt socket, power socket, a cigarette lighter socket, and then you've also got the next one is obviously the rest of the car in keeping with it, all nicely designed and functional. There's a little flap there, and your USB goes in there, then into your phone, and then all sorts of things happen. Let's just see. Apple CarPlay is active there, so if we open Apple CarPlay, I better just make sure that's turned down and off. As you can see, it's got Bluetooth hands-free, Bluetooth audio streaming, so you don't need your phone connected to play music through the system. But if I click that, there you go, and just turn it up. Just turn that off, turn it down so it doesn't come back on later when I do something. And so with Apple CarPlay, it mirrors your phone. As you can see there, you've got the Apple sat nav system, or the Google Maps and whatever, which is better, and it updates itself. So rather than having to do a software update on your sat nav with an SD card or plugging something else in, this is a lot easier. Then you've got your iTunes. If you go to the bottom there and click the squares, it then, as I say, it mirrors everything, and you can have any music, your iTunes, audio books. So it's an absolutely fantastic system. Anyhow, I'm not really one for touchscreens in cars. I prefer switches that click and things that work, even if you have just eaten a bag of crisps, like switches do, and touchscreens not so much. So we've got front and rear parking sensors. This is a beautiful little car. It's finished in some sort of white with this kind of Alcantara and I don't know, some sort of material which isn't just like cotton. It's kind of got a woolly feel to it, but the seats are really comfortable. I have to say, they're built up at the side, built up on the back here as well, and plenty of padding on. Like, I think probably the French roads are worse than ours, if that's possible. So the seats and the suspension on French cars are always just that bit better than ours, or just that bit more comfortable. Has a great gearbox, 6-speed gearbox, and lovely finish all over. The badges on the outside are in this kind of cream and red colour, and it's carried on with the stitching in this vehicle. Ooh, motorbike coming fast. Looks like an old motorbike too. What is it, an old Honda? It's a great road holding. Nice car, just about to burn us off here. But he just pulled out in front of a car there. What he shouldn't have done. There we go. Only in fourth there. So get into sixth, see how quiet it is. There you go. Nice and smooth. Put the sat nav on the screen there. This kind of brushed aluminium inset into the steering wheel, matching around the gear selector and round the switches. It is really well finished off. Looks great from the outside. The contrast black roof, door mirrors, and the chrome insets as well. Piano black dash, door handle surrounds. We've got a front centre armrest here, and there's also a little catch under there, so there's just about enough room to put your phone in there and stop it sliding around. Now let's see what this chap does here. He's not going to stay behind that lorry, surely. No. But he's not going to indicate either. Why would you? When you've got a Bentley convertible. Very economical car. It's as fast as a Bentley convertible in traffic. Nice instrument display. The left-hand side we've got a rev counter. Right, I'm not sure what this. I'm not convinced what he's going to do, but on the right-hand side we've got speed. Sorry, in the centre we've got a speedo. On the right-hand side you've got kind of a digital LED display fuel gauge. In the speedo at the bottom, you've kind of got two needles. At first it looks like a clock. There, probably half past 6 or something where it was before, but what it actually is a temperature gauge. There's a needle there at the bottom showing the temperature, and then there's a speedo and they both pivot from round about the centre of the dial. Let's just see here. Power folding door mirrors as well. They work nice. I know they just switch it across there, and we can change the angle of the door mirrors. Just get it set up for the motorway. It's not as big a blind spot. And then flick the switch across, and we can do the passenger side one too. Nothing coming. We'll get up to 70, skip fifth into sixth, and then here, so the trouble is I can't see the cruise control. So what do we do? Is that on? That's the speed limit. Knock it down, that's cruise control. That's it set. So The cruise control switch is behind the quarter to position of your steering wheel. You can, there's a thumb wheel, you turn it down, that's cruise, turn it up, that's speed limit, down on cruise, and then pull towards you. There's two little switches. You pull the top one towards you, or just click the top one towards you, that increases the speed, and you click the bottom one, that decreases. So hopefully with a bit of luck you might be able to see that from one of the other cameras. And 70 miles an hour, we're doing 2,500 revs. Just get in front of this lorry. There we go. You've also got here, so if I click that, in the end I should be able to change source from there. In the end we'll have volume control, but you've also got this menu switch down there. So if you're on menu, navigation, radio, media, connected services, driving. Now there's also, as well as Apple CarPlay to learn, there's also I think it's a DS app which I've downloaded, and it's quite good because it connects to the Bluetooth. When you've done a journey, it will message you or send you a link to your actual journey, how far you've gone and so on, and the route you took. You can see where your car is. If you can't remember where your car is, which I have a habit of doing, I can't remember what car I'm in, let alone where I parked it. You can look at your app, it tells you where your car is. If it's in town or anything, you can click a button and it will tell you how to get back to your car. If you come out a different car park exit or whatever, and you're unsure how to get back, it's really, really good. Stops people using the common sense, of course, but or taking note where they left the car. Looks like we might have a clear run around this roundabout, so let's just try the steering out. There we go. Nice sporty handling. Behind a Porsche Cabriolet in front. Oh dear, Porsche Cabriolet that's give him the benefit of the doubt there. This is the place yesterday where that van driver was behind me like so. I'm in the right hand lane, I'm doing 50 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, and I'm turning right here, but that wasn't good enough for the van driver behind me. He wanted me to move over while he shot past. So you see them all. All the numbskull drivers seem to congregate around this particular area. I don't know why I come this way, and I say it all the time, but I really don't. I was also having a good laugh to myself the other day that there was something on Twitter saying why do car dealers say one lady owner as if that's a good thing? And the reason we say it, us old school car dealers, the reason we say it is because over the years the cars that have come in from one lady owners never causes any trouble. They're nicer, they're better looked after. In the old days, young ladies weren't quite as confident as they are today, and they tended to have the car serviced and make sure that everything was absolutely tip-top because they didn't want to break down. And so that's why we say it. And this is a one lady owner, I'm quite happy to say, and it's beautiful. It's not been cleaned yet. This is just as it's come in. Came in last night. It's lovely inside. The steering wheel, there's no wear on the steering wheel. There's no wear on the gear stick. The only thing you do tend to get these days with young ladies, I'm not sure what the makeup out of these days, but it seems to be they should paint cars with it, because it's so difficult to get off. So sometimes you get a couple of handprints, but that's it. And this is a really lovely car. It's a stylish car, very, very good looking, nice colour scheme, lovely to drive, economical. It ticks all the boxes, very, very comfortable too. So I'll finish the test drive there. Crikey, he's 20 to 1 now. I don't know whether I'll have enough space on my SD cards to go through all the gadgets and how to use everything in the car, but I'll do my best. So thanks for watching. I'm not sure what the next car is going to be, but if it's been of any benefit to you, please like and subscribe. Have a look at our web store. Anything that you do buy from it won't cost you any more money, but we do make a little bit of commission, and it is only a little bit. It's more for the SEO purposes and driving folk to our website rather than the other way around, but it all helps. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Ta-da.